Hello everybody. Somebody left a comment on one of my videos recently asking what tyres I'm using on my V12 XJS. So I thought I'd do a quick video on what I chose and why. So taking a look in the handbook, the OEM size tyre for my car, a late 80s model, is a 235/60/15. I know other size tyres were available based on model year, etc., but everything we're going to talk about is equally applicable, really. Here is the sales brochure for the late 80s Jaguar. All very nice, but if we just go through here, that's XJ6, Sovereign, Daimler. Here we go, XJS 3.6 Coupe. Here we go, XJS V12 Coupe. So yeah, I don't know if you can make this out, but if I just zoom in here, OEM tyre fitment, Pirelli P600. So 235/60 Pirelli P600 tyres. Excellent. And rather amazingly, you can still buy them. So this is Longston Classic Tyres. They're kind of a specialist retailer of tyres for old cars. And yeah, here we are. Pirelli P600 in the correct size, for sale, currently out of stock. But yeah, I think they're still being made by Pirelli, amazingly. There's just one fly in the ointment. A set of 4 is £1,379. So that is a huge amount of money, obviously, especially when you consider that, okay, they are period correct, but this is old tyre technology you're looking at here. This is kind of 1980s rubber and tread pattern. You know, they're not going to be the best wearing compound ever. You're not going to get the most amount of grip. They're not going to be the quietest. So to spend that much money, unless you're restoring, say, a concours example of the car and you need this exacting original tread pattern, yeah, I don't think that price is justifiable, really, especially not for someone who intends to use their car. So if the OEM Pirellis are out, what else is there out there? So this is My Tyres. They're a big tyre website here in the UK, and yeah, you can see there's only actually 4 choices for this size. A few of them are brands I've never heard of: Road Cruiser, Conforcer, General Grabber I've heard of, but they're only T rated for speed. That's only something like 120 miles an hour, so that's not very good, and still quite expensive. So yeah, we're going to have to think outside the box here and potentially look at other tyre sizes, because clearly these original fitment ones, these 235 width, are not really suitable. So what does make sense then? Well, here's what I went for. 225/60 ZR15 96W. So slightly narrower than the original ones. 225, this size tyre is used on a few 1980s and 1990s BMWs. So fortunately, there's still quite a few brands available in this size. So much more choice on the market. Here is tyresize.com, just showing the difference in sizes between the two tyres. So yeah, 225 width in a 60 profile, it is slightly smaller. You can see kind of the changes there and the speedo error and things you get. And here's kind of visual representation of how slightly smaller it is, but I think that's close enough. So this is the tyre I settled on in the end. It was the Kumo Extra HS51. The reason I chose this was, first of all, I wanted a brand I'd heard of, and Kumo are a fairly well-respected kind of mid-range tyre brand. They feature in, you know, tyre tests and things, so they're a well-respected brand, and I've had them on other cars and they've been fine. So I wanted a respected brand. I wanted something that was not too expensive, so these cost me £360, I think it was, delivered for 4. You of course have to pay fitting on top, but I had my wheels refurbished at the same time, so the fitting was essentially free in my case, because they were removing the tyres anyway. But yeah, so I chose this because I heard of the brand. I wanted quite a recent tyre, so you can see in the tyre test results here, it's featured in tests from 2021. So it's a fairly recent tyre, fairly recent design, fairly recent rubber compound. It actually won that top test, which is quite good, first out of 20 places. So yeah, it's a well-known brand, fairly recent tyre, fairly reasonably priced, and crucially, they were available when I was looking for them. So I could get them delivered. I think it was from a European tyre company. I forgot what they're called now, but they got them delivered to the UK here in a week or so. And the final clincher for choosing these Kumos was the speed rating. These are W rated tyres, so they're rated for 168 mile per hour top speed. I think these were the only tyre I could find rated so highly in this size, and that's quite unusual for their size like this. I guess they're intended for BMWs and Mercedes, you know, cruising on the Autobahn. But yeah, I have a basic theory about this, and that is a higher speed rated tyre is probably made a bit better than an alternative tyre. You know, it might be more round. The tolerances in the tyre might be a little bit better. It might be a bit better balanced, which will mean a smoother ride on like motorway speeds. So although it's very unlikely I'm ever going to go to top speed in this car, I thought that was a key thing to look at and a key factor in choosing. So I think I've done about 1,500, 2,000 miles with these tyres now. What do I think of them? Yeah, they've been really good. They're very smooth, no vibration, really good grip levels. I haven't been out in the wet much, but they seem to have good cold and wet weather performance. They don't kind of fall off a cliff. They're nice and quiet on the motorway, which is the key thing I've noticed, you know, day to day, because the ones that came on the car when I got it were really bad. They were quite old, and I think they were quite low speed rating, like American style tyres, and they were terrible for kind of noise and tyre roar on the motorway. So this is a specific tyre on the XJS for these size wheels. I would definitely recommend. I guess the key thing is whether they're still available. I've just had a quick search online and it looks like they might not be anymore. So whether I bought the last of the batch or whether they're just out of stock, I don't know. But it is it's a constant problem and a constant battle if you do intend to use older cars with period-sized wheels. You know, getting good tyres for them. So yeah, I would recommend these. But I have a feeling if I ever do wear these out and get to the next tyre change in a couple of years, I'm probably going to have a similar struggle to that I had getting these. Thought I'd quickly check if they're still available, and they are. £99, so a little bit more than I paid, but not too bad. But yeah, that's it really. Thank you for watching. That's a quick summary of why I chose the tyres I did on my Jaguar XJS, so I hope that's useful. Please subscribe if you like more Jaguar XJS videos, and cheerio!